What's up, YouTube? This is a video that I wanted to do about 9 months ago, but things got really busy and I never got around to it. And what happened 9 months ago was my beautiful daughter, Kennedy, was born, and I realized that there was something that was really on my heart a lot that's not as much anymore, but I'm trying to get the message out there, and that's just the paradox of gratefulness and kind of just the joy and the love for life. And that is the fact that despite how hard the last 2 years of my life have been, that I was so grateful and so overly whelmingly just thankful for how great my life is. And the fact that here's this precious little girl that's completely healthy, and it felt like just the greatest gift in the world that, you just are completely undeserving of. And it just really put everything in perspective for me about how that's really a mindset, and that it really wasn't just her, but it was the fact that despite having so many problems with, well, a recap of what happened, I was struggling so badly. I ended up having to resign from my job, move back in with my parents, work a couple of different jobs that didn't work out, still struggle to provide financially, and then have the pressure of your friends and your family and their expectations, and even the expectation from yourself of what you needed to be doing in life. But despite all of those things, I found that I was grateful for even just the smallest things in life, and how that I don't really think that there isn't a circumstance in life that a certain prescription for a certain dosage of gratefulness couldn't cure, and it kind of just goes to show, even if things are going extremely well in your life, it's hard without having the perspective from someone who's gone through something insanely difficult. Like they said, Steve Jobs, out of all of the things that he did, all of the accomplishments, he said when he was diagnosed with cancer, and that framework of how he had to look at life, he was actually grateful for, because it was a completely new perspective. And that's kind of the idea that, the average person you can't necessarily get, but it's kind of passed down in wisdom and from the stories of others. And the message is kind of like, everyone has problems, varying problems to varying degrees. But for the most part, gratefulness is going to be your answer. And that's why about a year ago from now, this message, or 9 months, was really on my heart, because it was Thanksgiving, and it was the message of everything that you're thankful for. And I just felt like I was really reveling. I might wake her up. See, I might wake up my precious baby. She's sleeping. But essentially, that was the message I wanted to get out. I don't want to be too long, but I want to get back to posting videos consistently. So one that was on my heart from a long time ago that I wanted to make sure I get out to you guys is really practice being consciously grateful. It's like, here I am, and it doesn't mean it doesn't mean you have to be content. Like, I'm living at home with a daughter in my parents' house without a job. Like, for most people, and kind of for myself for the most part, it's kind of a sad situation. It's not something that you would shoot for. It's not ideal by any means. But, with the right outlook, you could be grateful, and you can frame things just to realize, how good you still have it. And you can still aim upward from there. It's not a message of being content, but it's a message of reshaping your view to where life can be more meaningful and fulfilling. And so that's what I pressure all of you guys, my friends and family, to do, because I really, from the darkest places that I've gone through, that's one thing that's really rang true for me, is that, you know, the thing that helped pull me out of those and get me through those was being grateful for every little thing. So thank you for sharing your time and listening to me.